Welcome to the Art of Classiness podcast, a show where we redefine what it means to be a classy lady. And sometimes it's messy. I'm Robin.
And I'm Deborah, two friends turned classy ladies who are here to discuss life's ups and downs, navigating the complexities of adulthood, and how the gift of friendship is essential to belonging.
Today, we're diving back into one of our favorite corners of the internet, Am I the Asshole? These stories are messy, dramatic, and sometimes a little too relatable.
We're covering the full spectrum: a baby with destructive powers, a bestie who can't keep things private, friends who miss the mark, and of course, the slap that shook a family gathering.
We'll break down each situation, talk through where the lines of responsibility and respect get blurred, and decide whether these folks are really the villains of their own stories or just misunderstood.
So follow along, give us your feedback, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
What's up, classy ladies and gentlemen? Deborah, let's do a check-in. How are you?
I am older.
That's right.
I had a birthday this week.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I got to tell you, I think 42 is going to be my year. It's going to be my year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm also excited to share that I was offered a full-time position and I accepted it.
Woohoo!
And I started on my birthday.
Yay! Best birthday present ever.
It honestly was. And obviously in my introductions and stuff like that, everyone's like, oh, bless your heart. I'm sorry, this is your birthday. And I'm like, I have been praying for this for a year. So no, this is actually exactly how I want to spend my birthday. So really just dove right in. I haven't even really been able to wrap my brain around it yet, that I am a full-time employee again. Obviously I was working before, but now I solely will work for one company, which will be just a huge mental relief of not feeling so spread thin. I think when you commit to multiple projects at the same time, it's so hard to feel like you're doing enough, And so this, it just feels good. It feels really good. And I'm just happy about it.
Yeah. And I mean, there's something to say about a full-time job, and that is those very predictable paychecks.
Cash money, baby. Cash money. I know. And then the most exciting part for my son is that I promised him if I got this job that we could join Sam's Club.
Oh,
I know. And I hear the groans from the Costco fans. I get it. I understand. Where I am located, Sam's Club is 2 minutes away. Costco's 15, and there's a shit ton of construction on the way there. It's just the more sensible versus ethical. I get it. But he's real excited because he once referred to Sam's Club as a pizza restaurant that also sells groceries.
That's Costco too. Does he know that?
I understand that, but I think he also just goes to Sam's Club more. So he is very much looking forward.
Hey, that's awesome.
I know. And when I pick him up on Sunday, he's like, we're going straight there. I'm like, yes, we are, baby. Yes, we are. I know. So that's my exciting birthday. But yeah, how are you, Robin?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
We went to Austin last week.
That's right.
And had a jolly good time. We spent a lot of time on South Congress, which for those of you that haven't been to Austin, it used to be a completely different vibe than it is now. Now it has like very LA vibes, I'd say, like the kind of shopping, like there's an Hermes store there.
Yeah, it's Rodeo Drive. And it's insane to me, actually, that it used to be the weird spot. You'd have Lucy in Disguise. You had, Keep Austin Weird. That was what South Congress was when I lived there. And yeah, when I came back to visit, I'm like, what is this Louis Vuitton store doing here?
Yeah, complete transformation. But they now have a Le Labo store, which is a perfume place.
Oh.
They have stores all over the world. They have scents dedicated to certain cities. I had unknowingly been to the one in London a couple of years ago. I was like, wait, this looks really familiar. And I searched the name of the store in my Google photos, and I took pictures of the scents that I liked. So I still had them.
Oh, good.
And I didn't buy them back then because the shit's really expensive. But I was like, oh, let me try these then, I guess. And still really loved one of them. And Seth bought it for me. And oh my God, I
smell
amazing.
I love finding like your perfume.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't bought new perfume in a really long time, so this was a special treat. And he actually got one as well. He got the Tokyo blend. I forget the name of it, but it smells amazing on him too. So fun little purchase we made in Austin.
Yeah. They putting pheromones in that thing or what?
I think so. And they make the blend for you on the spot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they go into this room and you watch them with these droppers, putting them into your bottle, and they put your name on it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's really cute. You can actually pick what you want on it. So mine says Robinho.
Nice. I like that.
And then, yeah, my mom got engaged recently. I don't know if I mentioned that, but they're getting married soon. So we'll be going back down to Texas in November.
Yay. That's great. Well, congratulations to your mom. You did talk about her reconnecting with the high school love. And it's just so adorable to me that they were able to find their way back to each other and, spend the rest of their lives together now.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's very exciting. So, yeah, doing pretty good.
Great.
So, this week's classy combo is our Am I the Asshole segment. We've got 4 stories picked out for you, covering a little bit of everything: family drama, friendship struggles, and a baby who somehow manages to cause a $1,000 disaster. So we'll talk through each of these stories, give our takes, and reflect on how these situations show up in our own lives.
All right. I'm excited to dive right in. Robin, take it away.
Am I the asshole for slapping my sister-in-law in front of her whole family?
Yes. Let's get into it.
I mean, I don't even care if she is the asshole. I love the drama.
I want to see it.
I love it.
I want to see it.
Okay, I, female, no age, have been with my husband for over 10 years. My husband has a fairly large, close-knit family, and they have get-togethers pretty often. Aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, grandparents, the works. He has 3 younger sisters. The one this story is about is the middle of the 3, and she's 4 years younger than us. We'll call her Mary, fake name. I, on the other hand, have a smaller family, including 2 sisters, and we really did not get along well growing up. I won't get into it, but in short, my mom was crazy manipulative, and we were all pitted against each other, which resulted in us constantly being at each other's throats. So, on to Mary. Mary is generally a nice girl, but at times she can be too much. She has a tendency to take things that don't belong to her without asking. That's my nice way of saying she is a straight-up thief. She will eat every piece of cookie dough out of the ice cream and lie to your face about it. TMI, sorry, she will literally leave menstrual blood on the toilet and floor and deny it was her. Oh my God.
No.
I once saw her take, and I shit you not, 7 out of 10 pieces of garlic bread before anyone else could have any, and without leaving enough for everyone. Again, she can be very nice at times, but she is also so very selfish and dramatic. So here's what happened. My husband's aunt was hosting the get-together. Everybody was there. Everything was going well. There was a big group of us hanging in the living room chatting, including his grandmother, who took her matriarch role quite seriously. Mary approached me and my husband and his mom, and while we were talking to his mom, she suddenly decided that she was going to pretend to punch me in the face over and over and over. I kept talking but gave her a look signaling that she should stop. She did not stop. After another minute of letting her act out whatever impulse she was having, I tell her clearly to knock it off. Again, she doesn't. Instead, she gets closer and grazes my nose with her fist. On pure instinct, literally before I could even register what I was doing, I full-on bitch slapped her. The room collectively gasped, and then everyone was completely silent and just stared at me. Mary just held her face and looked surprised, and then I blurted out, "Well, I told her to stop." Now everyone is torn. Some people think I was wrong to slap her, and some people think I warned her and she deserved it. I'm starting to feel bad because truly I did not mean to do it. I think I flashed back to all the fights I had with my sisters growing up, and my hand literally just flew up and hit her. Also, I broke my nose when I was a kid, and even the slightest hit to my nose causes the bump on my bridge to tear open and bleed. Just to say that I am instinctively very protective of my nose. So, am I the asshole for slapping my sister-in-law? There is a small edit that applies to the story. I am seeing some comments asking why my husband didn't step in. When I said his family is close-knit, that really doesn't include him. I meant the whole rest of his family. We go to family functions, mostly to eat and watch drama unfold and hang with a couple of cousins. But he is not close with his sisters, as he was the only boy and the oldest of the bunch. He is really wonderful. He is fully supporting what I did and correcting anyone who is talking shit. But he didn't step in the moment because I wouldn't have wanted him to. I do have some boundary issues as a result of issues within my own family, but it's something I've been working on. And although the situation sucks and was unexpected, I do feel proud of handling it myself. Though his mom or another family member 1000% should have stepped in. I shouldn't have had to say or do anything. My husband shouldn't have had to say anything. Literally, her mom was standing right there 2 feet from me. Whew.
So I do want to praise the OP for making the connection as to why she reacted like that.
Yeah.
You know, like her reptilian brain just had that response because A, she scrapped a lot with her sisters growing up, and she has a natural defense mechanism to protect her face because she's broken her nose in a severe way. So I understand that instinct to lash out, especially if, like, I don't understand. And I was like trying to read through this again. We don't know how old this sister is, do we?
No.
She's younger than the husband.
Yes. And her and the husband have been together for 10 years. I'm going to guess she's at least in her 20s.
We're going to say 20s. In that instance, if this was anyone younger than 17 years old, I would say, absolutely, you are the asshole. Like,
Yeah.
This is way too young to be hitting. But we're just going to assume she is an adult.
Yes.
But also a child mentality.
Truly. Like, who does that? That's straight out of a comedy, you know? Like,
yeah,
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Yes, I'm just thinking of my own sons at the dinner table. You know, one will try to put his foot on the other, and they just get to each other's nerves to the point where one of them pushes the other. Like, that is what I'm picturing in my head, except these are grown adults.
Exactly. And I get the instinctual response. Like, I believe that because I have some similar traumas. Like, I grew up with 2 brothers. We fought all the time. Things got very physical. Like, I don't like it when people fuck with me.
Same. Like, when someone is invading my personal space, again, like low sensory girlies over here.
Yeah.
It's so quick for me to snap. Like, I remember in high school, did you guys ever play powder puff football in high school?
Other people did. I didn't.
There was one game we had. It was like the week of homecoming. You know, the girls played football and the boys dressed up as cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do this anymore, but I remember I got hit during the game and I told a teammate that, like, I got hit in the head, my head hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why she did this, but she took her 2 fingers and she hit me in the forehead. She's like this. And I shoved that bitch so hard off of me.
Yeah, you did.
I know she was just being playful, but to this day, I don't understand why I'm telling you, like,
I don't appreciate it.
I just got hit in the face. And she's like, oh, like this. And I'm like, bitch, like pushed her down so hard. And I was shocked by my own reaction, but it was like a complete Jason Bourne level reptilian response to the situation.
Well, and that's what sports will do to you.
Yep. Yes.
You got some roid rage.
Yeah. You do. So I understand her response. What I wish we knew more from this email is what happened after she had said, like, well, I told her to stop, which I also think is a valid response to say, because she did say cut it out. And pretending to punch someone in the face while they're in the middle of a conversation is just like so childish. I can't even wrap my brain around it.
Yeah. Even if you were trying to be playful, that was not the time.
No.
Like, they're carrying on a conversation with someone else. You're not even a part of the conversation. You are doing literally what kids do when they want attention.
Right. Yeah. To me, this is a classic case of fuck around and find out. You want to pretend to punch me in the face? Well, how about I really slap you in the face?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, kudos.
I say, get it, girl.
And I think that's why she kind of prefaced, like, some of the other things the sister has done, just to say, like, this has built up over time.
Yeah.
I think I told her to stop is a valid response.
I do too. And I think she handled it eloquently. And I hope this little kid's sister, was embarrassed, because that will hopefully shame you from acting so stupid again in the future.
Yeah. I'm glad part of the family, at least, is on OP's side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she'll end up apologizing.
Yeah.
But hopefully it opens up bigger conversation of respecting boundaries and being considerate of others. It sounds like this girl is really selfish.
Yeah.
Eating all the garlic bread?
The 7 pieces of garlic bread, honey.
Before anyone else gets a piece?
No. And I would be counting that shit if I was at the dinner table.
100%.
Gotta guard that food.
And that's why I grab my piece. Like, I'm ready to go. When people won't, take the last piece or the first piece.
Never a problem if I'm at the table.
First of all, in my mind, I divide up the food in my head, okay, what's my portion?
Mm-hmm.
And I will take my portion. And then if somebody wants to leave a last bite, eventually I'm going to say, does somebody want this? If they do, take it. Otherwise, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
I'm not trying to take it, but somebody needs to. It can't just keep sitting here.
No.
I went off tangent there.
You're absolutely right, though.
But I would bitch slap this girl too, man.
Yeah, she should have been slapped for the garlic bread, 100%. So the fact that OP had the stamina and endurance to wait until this moment to finally slap that B, I say not the asshole.
I agree. And I'm actually curious, would you do something like this in front of either your family or the family of a significant other?
Pretend to punch somebody in the face while they're having a conversation with somebody else, or slap somebody who is doing that to me?
Yeah, bitch slap somebody who's pissing you off.
Yes, I absolutely would, because, again, I get overstimulated. I go berserk. I literally get short-circuited in my brain.
Yes.
And I go berserk. I'm not proud of it, but I can't guarantee that if someone were to get in my sensory space over and over again after I have repeatedly asked them to stop, that I wouldn't just be like, fa-pow,
Yeah.
I kind of want the chance.
Honestly, same.
You should get to slap one person across the face in your life, I think.
The bitch slap is backhanded, right?
A bitch slap is technically backhanded. I don't know if I could quite do that. A front-facing slap across the face.
Especially with a ring.
Yeah, with a ring, that's next level.
All right. Yeah, I love this story. I think a lot of people can relate to OP. I think we've all dealt with these kinds of family members, and she took one for the team.
Mm-hmm. She really did.
So props to you, OP. Not the asshole. Way to stand your ground. I hope this changes things for the positive with her and the rest of the family. Might be some growing pains, but definitely gonna make some shifts.
Yeah, definitely.
Declared.
All
right. Next one.
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for our friend's now broken iPhone and sunglasses that our son broke? I am 28 female and my husband is 32 male. Our son in question is 6 months old. Whenever someone holds him, we try to warn them that he'll try to grab your sunglasses and sometimes even your hair. We are trying to break this habit, but he is 6 months old. Now, I warned my husband that a friend of mine, 33 female, let's call her Jean, came to visit and wants to hold him, which we don't mind at all. I warned her about all of this, saying, "Oh, best taking your sunglasses off your head. He'll grab them." Now, these are Gucci sunglasses, costing almost 800 pounds, which to me is a crazy amount for sunglasses, but to each their own. She rolled her eyes at me and accused me of hogging my own baby. I warned her, and she said, it's fine. So she stood holding him, took her phone out, wanting to take a selfie, which, again, I'm fine with as long as it's not posted. I don't want a pic of him online as of yet. He, of course, grabbed her sunglasses, got excited as he got them, waved his hands about the sunglasses, and they flew. She screamed, scaring him. He panicked and flailed, hitting her iPhone to the floor. I quickly took him as she was freaking out. She says I need to buy her a new iPhone 16 and replace her sunglasses, or give her the money for them, which is 2,300 pounds. I said, We can't pay for that as that's not even my monthly wage. Plus, I'm on maternity leave, and I also don't feel like I should, as you ignored my warnings. I'm called heartless for not being more understanding of her upset. I was more concerned with calming down my son. My husband just shrugged, telling her I did warn her. So, am I the asshole?
Okay, she did warn her.
She did warn her.
And then she accused OP of hogging her baby. So she sounds like a bitch. She sounds like a biatch.
She sounds very self-involved.
And I also agree $800 is way too much for sunglasses because I think I've read somewhere that these designer brands, their sunglasses are made in the same facilities as the cheap ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've looked at these designer sunglasses. They don't seem any more, like, well-made,
No.
you know?
And you lose them just the same. You
Yep.
lose them just the same.
Yeah.
So,
You're just buying the name. Anyway, that aside, like, she was clearly warned.
mhm.
She did not listen. This is not the OP's fault.
Not at all. And also, I'm sorry, do you not have insurance on your phone? You want her to pay the full price for an iPhone? I don't think so, honey. You probably have insurance, okay? It might be a little bit of the deductible out, but it's not going to be full price for the iPhone. Am I right?
Well, and can't you just replace the screen?
Right. This bitch is a grifter, okay? I think she's trying to make some extra cash.
And how do they know each other? It doesn't sound like it's OP's friend.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, it is a friend of hers.
Mhm.
I don't know. Jean sounds like a shit friend.
Yeah, Jean sounds
She sounds entitled.
You focused on the wrong things. You freaked out this baby. If you hadn't screamed, then the baby wouldn't have flailed his arms, knocking over the iPhone. So the iPhone's on you because of how you reacted while you were holding a baby.
Yeah. Screamed about her sunglasses.
Right. I'm just glad that she didn't like drop the child in the process. Sounds like that was maybe an option.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When people put more value on tangible things than just like the fact that these are new parents, one of them's on maternity leave. You have no idea how hard it is when your baby is 6 months old. 6 to 12 months, it is a completely different scenario than newborn to 6 month. Newborn to 6 month, they're sleeping most of the time during the day. At nighttime, it's an absolute nightmare. But during the day, you can take that baby anywhere. Pop in a car seat. You can take them to a restaurant. They're going to be sleeping the whole time. 6 months, they start to get mobile and they are getting into everything. They are pulling your hair. They're wanting to be picked up. They're wanting to be put down. You are just completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, they're learning new motor skills, you know?
They're learning new motor skills and they want to grab everything. This is why so many new moms cut their hair short. Because your baby is just pulling on it all the time. And you're like, you know what? I don't even need hair. I don't even need hair anymore. Okay. And so the fact that this friend seems so clueless as to how hard it already is to have a 6-month-old. But when the parent is saying, here is what's going to happen, she should have believed her. And it's insane that you would try to pass the cost down to somebody else for your,
Yeah.
complete ineptitude.
It's also insane that she didn't heed the warning. Like, just set your stuff aside. Are you a know-it-all?
Right. Why would you keep them on? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have nice Gucci sunglasses, and someone said, hey, he's going to grab those. There's just no other way of seeing this.
Yeah, kind of ask him for it.
Yeah.
Here's a question. What if it was just like $20 sunglasses that the baby broke? Would we say the same thing? Like,
Yeah.
I agree, right? Like, it's not even
Yeah.
about the price tag.
It's not even about the price tag. There are scenarios where, let's say, they were at the friend's house, an unbaby-proofed home, and the baby crawled away and pulled down maybe a tablecloth and broke an expensive vase, right? Mom's not watching the baby to stop him from doing this. Something got broken. Then I would say, you know what, Mom, you're kind of on the hook for replacing that.
I would agree with that.
As the host, I don't think I would ever feel comfortable asking for that. But if that were the situation where the baby's just out of control or just getting into something it shouldn't and break something, now it's a different scenario. But this is entirely the friend's fault. for not just being like, oh, let me get rid of this stuff that is expensive to make sure that, the baby, even just the sticky fingers. Why would you want the baby's sticky fingers on your nice Gucci sunglasses?
None of it makes sense.
None of it makes sense. This bitch is a grifter, is what I think. She's trying to make some extra side cash.
Yeah, she's the asshole. OP, you're not.
Mm-mm.
Maybe friend shouldn't be around babies.
Yeah, not the asshole.
No.
Declared.
Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for asking my best friend not to post pictures of me and my girlfriend? I, 25 male, have a childhood best friend named Anna, 27 female. We've been close forever, and she and my girlfriend Lily, 26 female, have actually always gotten along great. They even hang out on their own sometimes, and it's never been weird. Anna's always been the type to document everything on social media. She takes a bunch of photos whenever she hangs out with people or goes out and posts them online, which has never been a problem to me, even though I don't personally understand the social media mania. The issue is that Lily is a very private person. She doesn't mind having her picture taken, but typically doesn't want it online unless she's approved it, because of her job and just her own personal preference, I guess. The issue arose a few days ago when Anna came over for dinner. She took a bunch of pics of us cooking, laughing, and just hanging out. Later, she put them on Facebook without asking first. The pictures were very tame in my opinion, but it pissed Lily off, and she asked me to talk to her about asking for permission before posting. While I didn't personally see it as a huge deal, I understood it made her uncomfortable, so I agreed to talk to her. So I told Anna if she wants to post pictures of us in the future, she has to ask before she posts them, especially if Lily is in any of them. Anna seemed taken aback and got upset because she always posts photos of her life and I've never had an issue when I've been in them in the past, and also said I only have an issue with this because Lily does. So now she's mad at me because she thinks I'm a pushover, I guess, and hasn't talked to me in a few days. Am I the asshole?
Social media, there's just so many pitfalls, right?
Yeah.
On one hand, I completely respect somebody who doesn't want to be posted online for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
You are entitled to your privacy, especially if you are not putting yourself online, if you're not a celebrity, you know what I mean? Like, you're completely entitled to your privacy. But on the other hand, I can see how annoying it would be if you are someone that is active on social media for someone to essentially say, you got to ask me for permission anytime that you take these pictures if you're going to post them or not. I can initially understand that defensiveness of why she felt that way. Now, I'm not saying that's the right response, but they just see the world very differently. One person doesn't see a problem with posting it at all, and the other is very private.
Yeah. I think it's perfectly okay for Lily to set these boundaries. I think Anna is the one overreacting. If somebody doesn't want to have their photo on the internet, especially pictures that they don't like of themselves, that's perfectly acceptable. And maybe just stop wanting to post pictures when you hang out with that person. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
No one wants or needs to know every single thing that you're doing every second of the day. Nobody cares that much. They really don't.
No. And it's like they're cooking. How interesting could these pictures have possibly been?
Yeah.
On Facebook too? Come on, grandma. Come on, boomer. You don't need to post everything.
Exactly. And the whole "you've never cared before" line, it's well, it doesn't matter that he doesn't care. His girlfriend cares, and she's the one that he is speaking for.
Yeah. He's standing up for his woman,
Yeah, and that's respectable.
So respectful, Now, I'm sure that his friend probably would have rather heard this information from his girlfriend, right? Because it is weird to receive hey, so-and-so wasn't happy about this. But already kind of makes the situation feel very you're in trouble, versus if the girlfriend had been hey, just for future, I don't really post myself online. Can you please not post those pictures? Then it probably would have been oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But him kind of serving as the middleman potentially is why the situation is escalated, because now it's there's so many layers to it.
And it says that Anna and Lily have hung out separately. They have their own relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird that Lily didn't just go straight to the source.
Yeah.
But maybe she just felt weird about it because she was upset and was worried about Anna's reaction.
Right.
And she's like, "This is your best friend. You deal with it." So I could see that as well.
And I wonder if there's just a little underlying tension from the whole male-female dynamic, friends. Like, I'm wondering if there's some stuff going on.
I was wondering as well.
Right?
The line between best friend and romantic partner is so razor thin.
Yeah, it's one kiss away.
Especially at their age. Like, they're coming up on their 30s. Like, this is still your best friend?
Mhm.
Like, I'm curious what other relationships he has, what other relationships she has. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I'm taking this beyond the question here, but why would she have such a negative reaction? Like, I'd be like, "Oh, shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Of course, I won't do that again." Because it's the same way with people's kids. Like, I love capturing videos and photos of my friends' kids to share with them because they're busy dealing with the kids. I'm never gonna post that shit online unless I ask for permission.
Yeah.
But I usually don't even ask permission because I just don't do it.
Right. Right.
We have friends who purposefully do not post anything of their kids online.
Yeah.
And I think as an adult, it's okay to feel that way too. It's like, I just don't want to be out there.
Yeah. It's not even we don't even necessarily need to examine why Lily doesn't want to be on social media because she doesn't want to be, and that's fine. I think we have to examine why Anna got so defensive and is making OP feel like an asshole. Because what he did is not an asshole thing at all. I think we can both agree, not the asshole.
Yeah.
But she's making him feel like one because she's getting defensive. And I think that you're right that she might be getting defensive because there might be some more deeply entangled feelings than she might be willing to admit. And I think when you are in a male-female dynamic where you're best friends, a relationship partner is threatening to your time with them. And I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in there she threw in a whole like, "You've changed. Ever since you've gotten in a relationship, you've changed." Right?
Yeah. Well, she did say you've never cared before.
Right. That's like the implication.
Well, I have a partner now whose feelings I have to think about and support. And you're right. Like, that means it's going to change your friendship
Mhm.
as well. And she probably is struggling with that shift.
Right. Right. So hopefully it's just a growing pain, something to get over, because I don't think the issue has really anything to do with social media. I think the issue is really the changing dynamics of her best guy friend no longer being like the number one. You know, like he's got a new priority now and it ain't her. So I think that could be contributing to some of that defensiveness.
Yeah. I'm also wondering, like, how did Anna not know this about Lily before?
Right. You've hung out before with just the two of you. You weren't taking pictures then. That feels like a more common occurrence to be like, "Oh, we're having lunch together. You want to take a picture?" You know, or just something along those lines. So I don't know. Just it's an interesting little dynamic that I really want to wish we knew more about.
Agreed. There's a comment I want to read. I always feel so exasperated when I read posts about the boyfriend's girl best friend. They always say that the friend is so great and that they get along with the girlfriends. But the posts always end with the best friend doing something that causes issues between the boyfriend and girlfriend and puts the boyfriend in a weird position. If your best friend does not respect your girlfriend's request and then turns the issue back on you, then she's not a good friend. Many people don't want their pictures posted on social media, and your girlfriend's request isn't strange. Your friend should respect that and just take the pictures down. Also, the fact that she asked you to confront your best friend shows you that they don't really get along as well as you claim they do. Oh, see, I was wondering that.
That's the read. Yep.
It's like maybe she just has hung out with Anna just to like
Size her up.
that and maybe be supportive of her boyfriend's friendship with her. It's like, okay, maybe I should get to know her too.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with this.
That was a perfect read.
Yeah.
That was a perfect read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed
It's
it.
exactly what we were just talking about.
Yep. So not the asshole, in my opinion.
Yeah, not the asshole, and maybe reassess this friendship.
Declared.
Oh,
this is a juicy one. I'm excited to read.
Ending on a high note?
Juicy note.
Ending on a juicy note. There we go.
Okay. Am I the asshole for being upset that my friends are maintaining friendships with my spouse who cheated?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I, male 37, discovered my wife, female 33, was having an affair with a coworker last October. This was devastating to uncover. We'd been together for close to 7 years, were married for around a year, and were actively trying to have a child all last year. When I confronted her about the situation, she told me she was going to stop the affair as soon as we got pregnant. I need a minute. But was never going to come forward about what had happened. She put the blame on her infidelity on my sobriety. I went into recovery from alcohol over a year prior to the affair, which was such an infuriating scapegoat for her behavior. She refused to take accountability for her actions and decided to blame me. It was beyond upsetting. I moved out and started rebuilding again. And by all accounts, everything is going very well. I managed to land on my feet, which feels pretty great. The only thing that continues to bother me is that many of my friends have taken the position of wanting to remain friends with both of us. I introduced my ex to my core friend group that I have known for a while when we started dating. And over the course of our relationship, she had become good friends with many of them as well. Many of them have said they are upset by what she did, but that what happened is between the two of us, and they are going to be friends with both of us. I've communicated many times since the split that this position is hurtful to me, and it makes me feel like they are willing to simply look past what happened as if it's acceptable in some ways. I want to move on without having her attached to my life or social circle, and it makes me feel terrible that this just doesn't seem possible given the position my friends have taken. When I communicate this, the message tends to get back to my ex, who in turn gets upset that I'm talking about her when all I'm doing is expressing feelings. It makes me want to distance myself. Okay, there's an edit though, so I'm going to read that. Since some are focused on my sobriety, I'm just going to add that my decision to stop drinking was primarily focused on longevity. My friend group likes to party a lot, and the same was the case for my ex and I. I got to a point where I felt like it no longer fit into my life, and I was tired of feeling like shit all the time. That particular lifestyle is no longer the way I want it to go. Respectable. So is he the asshole?
I mean, sounds like they were his friends first.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fucked up what she did.
Yeah, on multiple levels.
They should be way more supportive of him and at least give some time and space between like reconnecting with her.
100%. I cannot get over her thinking she would stop the affair once she got pregnant and never tell him. What if that wasn't even his baby?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of soulless.
That is just like you are so in your own bullshit and you've just created an entirely alternative reality in your brain that is not at all like realistic.
Yeah, it sounds like the way she saw it was if he doesn't know, it won't hurt him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like she has no guilt.
No guilt. And he never would have been told about it if he didn't catch her, which he doesn't really say how, but man, I want to know that story.
Yeah. And we've talked about choosing sides after betrayal. I don't remember like what the subject material was.
Yeah, it was being friends through a breakup. We did an episode about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it is tough because, it sounds like, well, he explains, I should say, that they became friends when they were dating. They dated for 7 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And were married for a year. So it sounds like they have at least known each other for multiple years. And, when you're in a couple and you're also in a group of friends, your lives kind of mesh with other people's. And I would assume that she probably is close with the girls in that group. And those girls are probably married to his friends, which is why she's probably still like hanging around.
Yeah.
It's funny because it is very much reminding me of 𝗖𝗵𝐵𝘀 and the line in the sand that Ariana drew, in the sense that she would not hang out with anyone who was still friends with her ex.
Right.
And that was a boundary that she placed and was very clear, like, I will not be friends with you if you cross this boundary, because I cannot in any way have that person's name or memory or essence in my life at all. So I don't think that he is the asshole for wanting to not have his ex-wife who cheated on him and broke his heart around. I just don't think he's putting a firm enough boundary.
Well, it sounds like they're making him feel bad for trying to set a boundary, like letting them know, hey, it's really hurtful to me that you're hanging around with someone who completely fucked me over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his friends should have more loyalty, in my opinion. It's not like things just didn't work out and they broke up. Like, that's a different story. Like, she did something really fucked up. She doesn't feel bad about it.
Right.
And she ended their marriage after being married for less than a year. Like,
Mm-hmm.
your friends are being really shitty here. Sounds like you need some new friends.
They're being shitty on multiple levels for A, clearly pressuring him to like get over it, which is insane. But they're also being shitty because they are telling her everything that he is saying. They are breaking that privacy, right? Because he even said that like it gets back to her and that she unleashes at him for talking about their relationship. So it's like, who's the leak? Who's the mole in your group of friends that is not only just indifferent about what she did, but also feeding her information that is just going to hurt him in the future?
Yeah. This is a stretch, but just based on my knowledge as an adult woman,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's talking to his guy friends, and then his guy friends go and talk to their wives, and then the wives are gossiping.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because the guys aren't gossiping about this shit, but they will, like, talk to their wives about it.
Yeah.
Seth talks to me about everything. He doesn't necessarily do that with his guy friends.
No. Guys like gossiping too, but they can only do it with their wives.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, so their wives are the leak. And I'm going to guess the wives are like, second tier friends to this guy. I guarantee you, if one of his guy friends got divorced, he would never be friends with their ex-wives.
Yeah. No.
Right. So it sucks because I'm sure the men in this group maybe feel the most torn because they have a wife that's friends with the ex and the friend is, the one that got divorced. So I'm sure the guys are being pulled, but at the same time, I am shocked that these guys would want her around their wives. Do you know how contagious divorce is? It is contagious, my friend. All of a sudden she's talking about like, oh, you don't understand. I'm like, oh my God, the sex is so much better. And like, oh my God, like you're painting this like pink cloud version of your life. Those gears are going to start turning. I'm sorry, but that is just a very natural sociological event that happens when someone gets divorced. So these guys need to be made aware that like their wives are probably getting some ideas.
Yeah.
I
wish that he mentioned somewhere, if this was actually the case, like, what are his guy friends saying to him? Are they the ones saying this? That would really suck, regardless of how word is getting back to the ex-wife. Like, why aren't your guy friends being more supportive? Even if they can't control what their wives are doing, they could be saying something like, hey man, listen, I don't agree with this. I don't like her. I don't want to hang around with her, but so-and-so
right.
keeps inviting her to stuff. Like, I wish he said something like that.
I know, because it's not clear who the ones are that are still in support of her. Or maybe he just has a very gender neutral group of friends. And so it doesn't matter if they're a guy or a girl. I would just say that you've made the first step in moving out and you said that you've landed on your feet and you're rebuilding your life. You might need to start rebuilding a new group of friends and really, truly have a fresh start. Because here's what I predict. Someone who's willing to betray you like that and still not have any remorse, like not have any guilt at all, and think that she has earned her spot in this group of friends that she was pulled into. It's only a matter of time until someone in that group of friends gets burned by her as well. Or, maybe goes after one of their husbands too.
Ooh.
So I think he should rebuild his life, maybe even move to a new city. He doesn't have kids, right? Rebuild, start anew. And hopefully you're friends with some distance and time will get the clarity to realize that they messed up. They should have had your back. But you don't need to still be hanging around the stink of your old life when your new one is going to be so much better.
Well, it seems like nobody's being very supportive of his sobriety either.
True.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's great, strong, sober communities out there where people are going to accept you for who you are, and they're going to understand you on a deeper level because of what you've endured, and you might have shared experiences with them. Find your sober friends,
Right.
rebuild anew. You are not the asshole for not wanting your ex-wife around at all.
Exactly. Declared.
No assholes detected in this episode. How about that? At least the poster's not anyway.
I was about
that
to
one
say,
little
they're
kid's sister
definitely
was a real asshole.
definitely assholes detected, just not the OPs.
Not the posters. There we go.
There we go. So, we spend a lot of time talking about life's messy parts, but we also want to highlight the people raising the bar. Our class act of the week is where we do exactly that. And this week, Deborah's got a good one, apparently. I'm excited to hear it.
I do. I know. So Mel Robbins, who you know and love, Robin, Mel Robbins once said, "No one's coming. No one's coming for you," right? And the implication was that, when you're down and out, you're the one that has to pick yourself back up. And with all due respect, Mel Robbins, you don't know my friends.
Aw.
Because, oh no, already. During the hardest year of my life, you guys all came running to support me, to make sure that I was mentally okay, to make sure that I knew that you were not going to let me fail. Because being unemployed and then underemployed as a single mom is really, really hard on every front. Financially, mentally, my self-worth was at an all-time low. And I never, ever felt alone this past year as I was searching for what my next move was going to be, as sometimes I was searching for where the next paycheck was going to come from. You guys came and you showed up, and it just makes the celebration of this accomplishment of landing another, not only just full-time role, but a great job. A great job that I think is going to move me into a whole other level of my career. And I know how many of you celebrated this victory like it was your own. I know how stressed out I made some of you as I was going through this interview process, and just the updates of getting text messages of, did you hear anything yet? And they would be fools not to hire you. And like, oh my God, they have to give you the offer soon. And then the elation when I finally got to tell people that, I accepted the offer. It felt so sweet, and it just felt like a celebration that we all got to share together. So you guys have always been the classy ladies of classiness, and there's some classy gentlemen in there as well. But I truly, from the bottom of my heart, cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support that I received through this difficult chapter, which is a blip now, just a blip on the radar, just very short chapter in this book.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to say thank you and that I love you
Aw.
guys so much.
It is a blip, and I'm so glad you've made it to the other side of it. I knew you'd get there.
Yes.
And I feel like this podcast was a blessing in disguise for a lot of reasons, but one of them being is that I think it helped keep you sane.
Oh my God. Yeah. It kept me sane. It made me feel proud of myself. It made me feel connected to people I couldn't see anymore. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like our audio newsletter to our friends and family that we don't get to see all the time.
Yeah.
And it just gave me so much confidence. So I'm so thankful to this podcast and for you basically dragging me out of bed to do it. And I'm just, I'm ready for this new chapter, for this new year of my life. It's so symbolic that my first day was my birthday.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a whole new set of beginnings. So I'm just so happy.
Yay.
Tiny class.
Great class act.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I mean, that's the whole purpose of this podcast, is celebrating female friendship. And so it is really awesome how amazing our friends are. Aw.
Sweating.
Yep, me too. Instead of crying, I started sweating.
Sweaty pits.
Okay, it's time for our class or crass segment. This is our space to judge, kindly but honestly, whether someone's move was graceful or just plain questionable. Are you ready for today's scenario?
Oh, I am ready.
Okay. You're at a family gathering, and your sister-in-law makes a snide comment about your parenting, loud enough for everyone to hear. You've already had a long day, you're frustrated, and in the heat of the moment, you snap back with a sarcastic one-liner that gets a big laugh from the room, but clearly embarrasses her. Is it classy because you stood up for yourself with humor, or crass because you aired the family drama publicly and put her on blast? Woof!
I mean, this is the verbal slapping someone across the face, you know?
Yeah, this feels like an Am I the Asshole story.
It really does. It really does. Oh, man. You know, isn't it funny how family just pulls out this side of you?
Oh my God. Yeah. Seth has watched it happen in real time, and it's always funny to hear his take on things.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes when you have an outside observer and you're like, "Oh, wow, we are dysfunctional."
So I gotta say, like, sister-in-law makes a snide comment about your parenting, like a snide.
Mm.
I might clap back with something too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't want to be embarrassed, don't be an asshole.
If you're not ready for the tat from the tit, then you better not be playing that game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't dish what you can't eat.
No. Yeah, let's keep going. What's another one? But it's true. I mean, parenting is such a vulnerable spot for people, especially moms, right? I'm just going to assume that the recipient here is a mom because who's talking about dudes parenting? Barely anybody.
Yeah.
So when you hit that nerve, sometimes you're going to get a knee-jerk reaction, you
Wait,
know?
you said you're guessing, like we made up this scenario.
We That's true. I'm declaring that this scenario, it's a female is being told about her parenting. But, you know, when you talk about someone's parenting, you are really touching a nerve.
That is extremely personal.
So personal, so personal. And to do it in front of other people, like you've already embarrassed this person, right? So you got to be prepared to receive it as well. And sometimes a perfect quip is just enough to shut somebody up.
Yeah. And maybe homegirl will think twice next time she wants to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I'm not a mom, but I know you guys as parents, like, you're already judging yourself on how well you're parenting. You're always questioning whether or not you're being
Mm-hmm.
the best parent you can be. You don't need an outsider adding commentary to that.
Right.
It's not their place. If they want to be suggestive, if they think they can actually help you in a situation, there are other ways to approach it. This was a very crass way to go about it, especially if it's someone that you love and care about.
Yeah. Sometimes a crass remark gets a crass response. Now, if you are an elevated person, the classy thing to do would be to not hit below the belt, right? When they go low, you go high.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. So if you want to get extra credit, I would say you could be classy and, you know, not necessarily say something that's going to embarrass them about their own personality. I would have structured the comeback with something that calls out how crass it is for her to comment on my parenting, right?
Yeah. Make them feel embarrassed for what they said.
Yes. Ask them to explain themselves in front of the class, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
tell me exactly, and everyone here, what you meant by that when you said that. her motivations for calling me out publicly, because now you don't necessarily have to go into the closet and pull out some demons, right, and embarrass them and elevate or escalate, I should say, the situation. So if you still need to quip, but you want to keep it classy, make someone feel stupid for even doing that in the first place. Sometimes a simple, "What did you mean by that?" is enough.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah.
And that's usually all you have to do.
But I'm not going to take points away if you're like, you can't even keep a boyfriend, let alone have kids.
I mean, I'm there with popcorn.
I'm just going to say, oh, not my business.
I love when I'm not the one involved in the situation.
I know.
Just let me be an outside benefactor of the drama.
It's like a tennis match.
Yes.
You just get to look back and forth.
Oh, so good. So good. All right, so there you have it.
There you go. That's how you respond with class. Well, that'll do it. What do you guys think? Are these people the assholes? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But honestly, most of the time, it's complicated.
What matters is how you handle the mess. Setting boundaries, owning your reactions, and deciding when to walk away. That's where the real class comes in.
We want to hear your take. Would you have slapped your sister-in-law? Would you cough up the cash for those Gucci sunglasses?
Send us your stories at artofclassiness@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram and TikTok at Art of Classiness.
Thanks for listening, and remember, classy is a state of mind.
So mind your classiness. Bye!